stop doing when you're told just because it feels bad not to. For a lot of people with ADHD, there is a symptom called RSD, or rejection sensitivity dysphoria. To simplify, we take every criticism and rejections very strongly, very personally, whether it's real or even just perceived, and it just eats at you. Tendency is to then do everything we can to avoid being in that situation. One common coping mechanism is people-pleasing. You do everything you can to please and placate other people, and therefore avoid being reprimanded or rejected. And you can do it so much and so well that people end up taking you for granted. You will notice that you have a lot of should do or must do rules in your life. And if that's the case, ask yourself, says who? And quite often you will realize they're just self-imposed rules. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself just because you don't want to be rejected or criticized as being unreliable, for example, because that is literally painful to you. Now, while it's nice to feel wanted and useful, this behavior is very often excessive, and you end up burning out because it's all about putting all the others first, looking after everybody else, and you don't spend time looking after yourself anymore. So you got nothing less to give. The fear of the people's reaction if you say no just scares you. Now, it can be a tricky one to turn around, but once you start looking after yourself better, once you accept yourself for who you are, and you have a better understanding of how you work and what's going on, it becomes much easier to deal with it. You can become more forgiving and kinder to yourself, and so you should be. You can remember that by looking after yourself properly first, then you can look after all the people that matters better and for longer. So if you find it hard to say no, I just invite you to channel the spirit of Christopher Walken from this clip.
Put your hands up.
No.
What?
I said no.
Why not?
I don't want to.
But I've got a gun.
I don't care.
Doesn't make any sense.
Too bad.